Hi everybody, I'm Dr. Eric Cobb with ZHealth Performance. We get a lot of questions in our office about how does ZHealth compare to X system? Now it could be a physical therapy degree, a chiropractic degree, it could be a fitness certification. So what I want to do is spend just a little bit of time talking about the ZHealth curriculum because to be honest, we're not experts in other people's systems, we're expert in our system. So what we can do is we can tell you what we do, why we do it, and then from there we're going to give you some resources to kind of compare ZHealth with other systems that you may be interested in. Now, before I jump into this, I want to make sure I say this out loud so everyone hears it. I think it is a fantastic time to be alive if you work with the human body. Our science has advanced dramatically in the last 15, 20 years, and there are some amazing individuals out there creating fantastic educational programs. If you have the money, you have the time, take them. You will learn things that can change your life and change the lives of your clients. Now, to discuss ZHealth, there's a lot of different ways that I can go about this, and what we prefer to do generally is to look at things from our client's perspective. So what we teach in Z is that people generally walk in the door for 5 different reasons. Number 1, they come to you, if you're a personal trainer particularly, they come to you because they want to look different on the outside. They want to lose weight, they want to gain weight, whatever it is, so they come for body composition change. However, virtually everyone that we wind up dealing with is also in some kind of pain. So they're looking for pain relief, they're looking for a way to feel better throughout their day. People also come because they want to perform better. That may be an athlete who wants to perform better on the field. That may be someone that wants to perform better cognitively at work. But people come for performance enhancement. People also come because they don't want to get sick and they don't want to get injured. So injury prevention. And last but not least, a lot of people come to see us and spend money with us because they want motivation, they want accountability. Our perspective and our point is that we're trying to always work with people that want to be in the top 1% in their industry, is that you need to have skill sets for each one of these things. You need to be able to help people lose weight or gain weight. You need to be able to help people get out of pain. You need to make athletes better, prevent injury, and you need to be able to help them motivate themselves, help themselves learn how to be accountable. So this means you also got to be a great coach. Now, with that in mind, here are some key differentiators about ZHealth and how we accomplish that. Number 1, we say everything starts with the brain. We are a neuroscience-based company. And yes, that means if you're coming because you want bigger biceps, we're still going to evaluate your brain. Because the brain controls movement. Movement is the basic currency of health and fitness in life, which means that if you have poor brain function, you're going to have poor movement function. That's something that we really delve into. Number 2, another big differentiator is immediate reassessment. That's foundational for us because what we don't want to do is give people exercises and training drills, etc., and then wait 12, 16, 24 weeks to see the result. So we are constantly focused on what we're doing, creating in this body right in front of me, because that allows us to be razor sharp in giving people the right tool. Number 3, our focus is on what's called the threat neuromatrix. This is a big topic. It comes out of pain research, but the basic idea is that the brain is the governor of everything, and the more threat the brain is experiencing, the worse we perform. So we have to figure out how to lower those threats. Number 4, our courses evolve constantly. This is going to be a big deal for me. I'll talk a little bit about it later, but basically, as I said, we're a neuroscience-driven company. There are 60,000 neuroscience articles being published every year right now, which means that we're learning more, and as a system, we are evolving as a result of that ongoing research. And that, to me, as I said, is super important. Now, what we really offer in ZHealth is expediency. Some people would say, hey, these guys offer a ton of shortcuts. Maybe someone has a shoulder problem, and rather than giving them a bunch of shoulder exercises, we do something with their foot or their hip or their eyes to get rid of their shoulder pain. Because for me, I want to make the greatest use of time with my clients. So if I can give you a vision drill that fixes your shoulder in 3 minutes versus needing 6 months of exercise rehab, I want to do that. I know that may sound a little bit strange, but it's one of the things that we see regularly. So ZHealth is built on increasing expediency for the coach, the trainer, the physician, the therapist, by using good science, good assessments, and good tools. And that's what I'm talking about right here. In every course that you attend, that's what we focus on. We go, listen, here's the physiology. Here's how the brain works. Here are the assessments that are going to show you what's functional, what's dysfunctional, and here are the tools that you're going to use to fix what you found. Now, as I said, the big lens that we look at everything through in ZHealth is that threat neuromatrix lens. And whenever you have that lens in place, it means that you have to be good at a lot of different things. Because so many different portions of the brain or the body can be threats that can lower performance. So what I've done is compiled a list for you of some of the basics that we get into. So what you see here is things that you may already be familiar with to some degree. We start off in our base level courses looking at joint mobility. We look at basic joint mobility, we look at advanced mobility and coordination. We spend a lot of time looking at gait. If you've ever done a gait assessment course, we look at it biomechanically and neurologically. We then have drills. We have a basic joint mobility drills. We have advanced movement drills. But then what really starts to separate us in many ways is the work that we do with the eyes and the inner ear. One of the things that's come out of this emerging neuroscience research is just how powerful the visual system and vestibular systems are in controlling movement. And if we are a movement professional, meaning a fitness professional, PT, DC, whatever, we have to understand that these systems may be the roadblocks that are keeping our clients from progressing. So in Z, we spend a lot of time looking at the eyes. We spend a lot of time looking at the inner ear. We have basic assessments. We have sports vision assessments. We have basic vestibular and sports vestibular assessments. This allows us to take people through a progressive training program just like we would for pull-ups with their eyes and their inner ear. So it's a very, very powerful approach. Moving on from there into some of our more advanced courses, after we've taken care of some of the basic threats, we then start saying, hey, how do you perform? So we get into field movement. We teach sprint technique. We teach a lot of different field movement techniques. Plyometrics. Going on through here, we then get into stuff that may be more appropriate or more necessary in pain relief. We look at the impact of the viscera on movement. We do some hands-on movement-based assessments of soft tissues. We look at the skin and the fascia. We look at tattoos and scars and how those can impact movement and pain. We get into motor point physiology. From there, we then get into breathing. How can we take basic and advanced respiratory training processes, insert those into a client's training program, and what's going to be the result? Very often, incredibly profound. From there, go back. We then go into some of our more advanced classes, where we start talking about strength training at a very advanced level. There's a lot of stuff out there in the strength training world that most people have never heard of. We spend a lot of time digging into that research, saying, hey, how can we make athletes stronger more efficiently? Once we get through strength training, we talk about flexibility. From there, we get into actually helping people analyze athletes. So how do we do advanced sport technique analysis? We also teach trainers and therapists and doctors how to play sports. We always feel like it's important for the coach to be able to demonstrate. So we actually have a class fully dedicated to teaching you performance basics in 10 different sports. We have a nutrition class where we look at emerging nutritional research. And we don't belong in any particular camp when it comes to nutrition. We say you have to be your own food scientist, but we then teach you how to do that, practical nutritional assessments without spending thousands and thousands of dollars. Also really deeply embedded in that nutrition course is coaching, learning how to do what's called motivational interviewing, understanding the neuroscience of habit change and how to help your clients create that. And then finally, in some of our more advanced courses, we get deeply into actual neurology, meaning we look at how the brain and body interact, how to assess that appropriately based on licensure, and then apply tools that can help our clients get out of pain, perform better. So, how long does it take us to do that? Well, the base level curriculum in ZHealth is 11 courses. The courses break down like this. We have 5 foundational courses. Essentials of Elite Performance, which is basically a survey course, but it gives you a tremendous amount of information. And then R-Phase, I-Phase, S&T. So the courses in red are foundational. Those are the courses we expect everyone to attend, because once you have those, you really have the basics of the system in place. Then you can begin to specialize. If you're a strength athlete, interested in speed, really want to get into the neurology, that's what the courses in white are for. Now, probably one of the most important things to me in this whole process about, hey, how does ZHealth compare to all these other systems is this. Once you attend a certification once, you're invited to come back for free for life. That's because, as I keep saying, science is changing. And we believe that an ethical educational system has to change and evolve as well. So every 6 months to a year, we go back through our courses, we add in emerging science, and if it causes us to change something, to add new tools, change an assessment, we do it. We don't wait. And that's really important to us because we are always looking to be and work with top 1% professionals. And we believe that top 1% professionals are always looking for a finer level of detail in what it is that they do so they can maximize the outcomes. So if this is you, if you're one of those people who says, you know what, I'm really interested in being the very best that I can be, ZHealth as a system is designed to help you down that pathway. The entire, as I said, foundational concept is that we're all in this together, we're always evolving, and so we're not only researching in here, we're doing field research around the world. with hundreds of thousands of clients, and we get feedback. And again, all this continually evolves into a community, a really, really cool community of high-end professionals that are helping each other progress. So hopefully this has explained a lot about what ZHealth is. If you have questions, we have this slide up here. You can email us, you can call us, you can go to our website. Now, the one thing that I want to also add in to make this even easier for you to do the comparison that you're asking about is I'm including a link with this video. If you click that link, what it's going to allow you to do is to download the table of contents from our Master Trainer manuals. It's just going to be page after page of all the information that we cover in all of our courses that we expect our Master Trainers to know. If you then have a question about how ZHealth compares to some other training system or program, get their curriculum, set them out, lay them side by side, and then you can draw your own conclusions. So once you've done that, if you have more questions, we are absolutely happy to help you. Again, we look forward to working with you. If that is of interest to you, we encourage you to have, again, the best possible educational experience that you can, either with us or with someone else in this field. So thanks for listening. Have a great day.